When I uploaded my very first video, I didn't really know what I was stepping into. I wasn't sure of my voice, or my direction, or even what this channel would become. Honestly, I just felt this pull, this need to change, to grow, and to document it. And if I am being honest, part of me thought maybe this is just another idea I'll abandon. I had a history of starting things and never following through. But deep down, I knew I wanted this one to be different. Fast forward to now, and so much has changed, and so many things have happened. I've grown, I've stumbled, I've learned, and I've put myself in ways I never thought possible. This video isn't about showing you perfection. It's not a highlight reel. It's about showing you the real path, the victories, the failures, the lessons, and the transformation. So let's go back and look how far I've come and where I am heading next. At the beginning, the biggest obstacle wasn't outside of me. It wasn't money or time or resources. It was my own mind. I thought growth was supposed to feel instant, that success would come quickly if I just found the right formula. But that's not how life works. One memory that stands out, not long after I uploaded my first video, I remember refreshing the page over and over again, waiting for views, for likes, for some kind of validation. Hours went by, then days, and barely anyone watched. I felt invisible. I could have quit right there, but that's when it hit me. This is not about number. This isn't about applause. This is about me building myself. That shift from chasing outcome to valuing the process changed everything. And here is the thing. Once you stop obsessing over results, you free yourself to actually grow. Because you're no longer asking, am I good enough yet? Instead, you're asking, am I moving forward? Even just a little bit. And that question is far more powerful. Once I shifted my mindset, the next step was building habits. And let me tell you, discipline is a muscle. If you don't train it, it gets weak. I started small, drinking more water, writing a couple lines in a journal, organizing my day in an agenda, going to the gym several times a week. None of this change felt huge in the moment. In fact, sometimes they felt pointless. But there is the truth I learned. Habits are like bricks. One brick doesn't look like much, but lay them down consistently, and before you know it, you've built a wall. Were there days I didn't want to show up? Yes, absolutely. Days I wanted to hit snooze, skip the gym, ignore my goals, yes. More times than I can count. But there is the key. Discipline isn't about feeling it. Discipline is about doing it anyway. So you have to stick to discipline. And little by little, the things that once felt hard became automatic. Journaling, exercising, learning, these habits became my anchors. They gave me structure when motivation faded. They became proof to myself that I could be consistent. The gym became my testing ground for life. Every time I lifted a weight, I was teaching myself a lesson. Some days, the weight felt impossible, but then I reminded myself, if I can do one more rep today, I can do two tomorrow. If I can lift this now, I'll lift more later. And slowly, my body started to change. I started losing weight and building muscle. I had more energy. But what surprised me the most wasn't the physical transformation. It was the mental one. Working out gave me clarity. It gave me resilience. When life outside the gym felt chaotic, the gym gave me a place where effort always paid off. And that's the thing. Growth in the gym mirrors growth in life. You won't see it day by day, but if you stay consistent, the results will come. Another big part of my journey has been learning. I've pushed myself to pick up skills I once thought were out of reach, like video editing and coding, and pick up hobbies and activities I used to love to do before, like cooking, for example. Even the little things, like learning how to structure my time better. Each skill started with frustration, with mistakes, with that uncomfortable feeling of being a beginner again. But being a beginner is powerful. It forces you to be humble. It forces you to grow. And every time I learned something new, I wasn't just adding a skill. I was unlocking a new version of myself. The lesson here is simple. Never stop being a student. The moment you think you know it all, you stop growing. Let me be honest. It wasn't all forward momentum. I've had setbacks. I've had moments where I lost track of my habits. Days where I felt like I was moving backward. Videos that barely got any views. Goals I didn't hit. Weeks where I didn't show up for myself. And in those moments, I felt like a failure. But looking back, I realized those failures were my teachers. Every time I stumbled, I learned something new about discipline, about patience, about resilience. And there is something I hold into. Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is the path to success. Every no brings you closer to a yes. Every setback builds a foundation for a comeback. Travel has been another chapter of growth. It's not just about going to places. It's about discovering new things, seeing things with your own eyes, experiencing cultures and beautiful places. In every trip, I had to step out of my comfort zone to navigate places where I didn't know the language, where I had to adapt quickly, where I had to learn to observe before acting. And the beauty of this travel is this. You don't just discover new places, you discover new parts of yourself. Looking back at the journey, I see not just stamps in a passport, but milestones in personal growth. So where does this journey go from here? The truth is, I don't have all the answers, and that's okay. What I do know is this: I'm going to keep growing, keep pushing, keep unlocking new levels for myself. And I want this channel to be a space where you can do the same and share the experience with me. Because growth isn't just personal, it's shared. We all have stories, we all have struggles, and if me sharing mine can help you even a little bit and help just one person take the first step, then all of this has been worth it. If you have been watching since the very first video, thank you. Your support has meant more than you know. And if you are new here, welcome. This channel is about more than just me. It's about the idea that we all can grow no matter where we start. So, here is my message to you. Don't wait. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait until you feel ready. Start now, with whatever you have, wherever you are. Because the journey doesn't start when everything is perfect. It starts the moment you take the first step. This has been my journey so far, and I promise you, this is only the beginning. If you liked my content, don't forget to like, comment, share, and of course subscribe to see more in the future. Thank you.